The possibilities of a life-changing accident occurring happen to be one of the highest in the oil and gas industry. By not strictly adhering to HSEQ requirements, it's definitely a headline for a disaster. Don't become a victim. AlMansoori presents Be Aware to Be Alive. Worker safety is always our top priority. That's why we continue to enforce the strictest safety policies, procedures, and processes. We are AlMansoori, headquartered in Abu Dhabi, the capital city and the financial powerhouse of UAE. We are renowned for our understanding of local conditions, pride ourselves on our owned assets, prudent procedures and world-class HSEQ standards, and ensure we always provide a distinct edge to clients.
Assalamu alaikum. This video is to welcome our new family members to AlMansoori. The aim of this short video is to orient you into the nature of our business and to make you aware of the risks and dangers you will be exposed to working in the oil and gas industry. This video will cover some of our high risks in our operations: driving, lifting operations and dropped objects, H2S, hydrocarbon release, working with high pressures, heat stress, working at heights, manual handling, handling power tools and hand tools, as well as the importance of housekeeping. This is why it is essential that you are committed to implementing and complying with AlMansoori's policies, procedures and standards, as well as our client and legal requirements. AlMansoori also empowers you to stop any activity that you believe is unsafe and take a moment to consult your line management for his advice on that unsafe act or task. Your health and safety is your responsibility, and we must work as a team to ensure we keep each other safe.
Welcome to AlMansoori, and thank you for joining AlMansoori. We really appreciate you joining us. But please remember, this is a very high-risk industry. It's not a joke. There's lots of risk at AlMansoori operations. And as you come over here safely, we want you to go home safely. In order to do that, I want to emphasize that you must take your training seriously. Concentrate on HSEQ meetings and speak up whenever you can to identify hazards that we will teach you to identify. You are ready and told and empowered to tell people to stop if you see any dangers. It is a dangerous industry and we want you to come home safely. Take care also of your health, protect the environment, and let's hope as you came in here safely that you go home every day as long as you work with this organization safely to your family. Thank you.
The number one risk factor in this industry is driving. A routine vehicle check is a must. Failure to do so, with a violation of rules and driver fatigue, are such factors that will lead to a major accident, including the risk of vehicle rollover. At AlMansoori, we take driving seriously and comply with road traffic regulations. All drivers are made to attend defensive and desert driving training. We are constantly spreading awareness of bad weather conditions, seatbelt safety for all in the vehicle, and a 15-minute rest period for every 2 hours of driving. IVMS in all vehicles effectively monitors a driver and his driving performance. We ensure that daily vehicle checks and preparation of a journey management plan are carried out, and extra safety equipment such as fog lights, rollover bars, first aid kit and desert kit are well in place. Driving. Perform daily vehicle checks. Prepare journey management plan prior to every trip. Use own IVMS identification key. Drivers must attend defensive driving training. Driver and passengers must wear seat belts. Comply with all road traffic regulations. Stop every 2 hours for a 15-minute rest. Never take any weight lightly, especially when it's measured in tons. Disaster is bound to follow if the procedures for lifting objects and operating cranes are not followed. At AlMansoori, we focus on providing special training, certifications to our operators and certified equipment, leaving no stone unturned when it comes to safety. We enforce advanced job planning, task hazard analysis, wind speed and ground condition check, and importantly, space availability for the load. We check sling alignment, safe working loads, area barricade, load stability, visual checks and color code, storage of lifting equipment, and a long list of other necessary precautions. Lifting operations, dropped objects. Plan your lift. Always check lifting location. Barricade lifting area. Ensure lifting equipment is inspected and certified. Tagline must be fixed in every lifting load corner. All lifting operation personnel must be trained and certified. Never stand or walk under suspended loads. H2S is a highly toxic, flammable and deadly gas. Records show that there were several fatal accidents and fires caused by the odorless and colorless toxic gas oozing out from the production wellhead and pipes. So deadly is this silent killer that before workers realize there's a leak, it has already caused significant damage to the lungs, poisoned the blood, and polluted the environment. To calm this silent killer, AlMansoori provides a special training on how to handle the situation in case of a leak. If a victim is spotted, we first ask to check H2S gas detector, identify the wind direction through observing the windsock, proceed against the windsock direction to assembly point, and then inform the breathing apparatus rescue team and sound the alarm. H2S and hydrocarbon release. All field employees must attend H2S BA training. Mandatory personnel H2S gas detector for all working in sour fields. Don't panic upon hearing H2S alarm. Identify wind direction and proceed to appropriate assembly point, upwind or crosswind. Never re-enter location until instructed by emergency response team. Never attempt a rescue without donning an SCBA and appropriate training. All field personnel must be clean-shaven. Beside these threats, non-certified equipment and poor maintenance can cause the hydrocarbon leaks in the separators, pipes, and pressurized cylinders that could easily lead to blowout or an explosion. And that's why we follow inspection and certification for all high-pressure equipment and regular emergency response drills, hydro testing, NDT inspections, and pre-job pressure test and visual inspections to avoid pressure buildup and hydrocarbon leaks. We keep the chances of an accident happening down to the minimum. Working with high-pressure equipment. High-pressure equipment must be inspected and certified. Identify and barricade areas conducting high-pressure activities. Conduct pre-job pressure test with proper equipment and visual test. Use correct pressure-rated equipment. Supervision mandatory for all high-pressure operations. Identify high-pressure lines using tags. Pressure testing should only be conducted by hydro testing. High-pressure lines must be hobbled or weighted down. It's common knowledge that temperatures on the oil field are always higher than in other places. This extreme heat is one of the main causes of heat stress, leading to cramps, heat exhaustion, and a deadly heat stroke. At AlMansoori, we have ways to beat the heat. We ensure workers are given regular breaks and plenty of water. Most importantly, we make them aware of the dangers of heat stroke, the advantages of preventing it from happening, and how to respond if a situation does take place. Heat stress. Drink water every hour, even if you are not thirsty. Replace body salt and minerals through proper diet. Take frequent breaks while working in high temperatures. Follow local regulation when working in hot climates. Wipe your body with a wet cloth and rest in a cool place. Avoid eating spicy or fried foods. Any fall is dangerous. Falling from over a meter can be deadly. Add to this the risk of falling objects, and there's definitely a disaster waiting to happen. That's why at AlMansoori there's a strict policy in place for working at heights. We ensure every worker is trained to always use a full-body 3-point safety harnesses and helmet with chin strap on the job. For added safety, we have installed fall arresters and strengthened working platforms and conduct regular checks before job commencement to avoid any fall, as well as to check that all fixtures at a height have a secondary hobbling to eliminate the risk of falling objects. Working at heights, dropped objects. Check if the activity requires a permit to work, PTW. Ensure good housekeeping to avoid any slips, trips, and falls. Wear a 3-point full-body harness when working above 1.8 meters, 6 feet, and the lanyard should always be connected at an adequate height from the ground to a strong point. Connect chin strap to your helmet. Working platform should be clear with handrails. Always use handrails while climbing up and down stairs. Fixtures at a height must have a secondary hobbling. Adopting the wrong posture at work leads to a long list of consequences. A few of them include muscle pulls, upper limb disorders. At AlMansoori, we focus our efforts on educating our workers about the right body posture and the benefits of kinetic lifting. We constantly remind them to never carry an oversized load or anything weighing over 25 kilos on their own, and encourage them to request a colleague for assistance or use the available mechanical aids. Manual handling. Keep back straight and bend knees. Hold load as close to the body as possible. Redesign lift to avoid twisting. Turn body using feet. If the load is too heavy, get a colleague to help. Use a mechanical lifting aid. Plan the lift. Inspect the pathways to destinations. Communicate and coordinate actions. Use the proper personal protective equipment. On the oil field, anything can happen at any time. Electric shock, injuries and burns are among the most common accidents. But getting hit in the face by a loose machine part is probably high on that list of mishaps and can be blamed on improper installation and poor maintenance. This can easily be prevented by our specific awareness in training, task hazard analysis before using hand and power tools, as well as thoroughly checking all machinery, guards, and electrical connections before starting work. We create a safe working environment with proper PPE like face mask, shield, glasses, gloves, and helmets. Hand and power tools. Review power tool safety operating instructions before use. Read task hazard analysis and implement required control measures. Use only inspected and well-maintained power tools. Visually inspect a hand or power tool before use. Ensure guards are fixed and locked in properly. Wear all the required PPE. Poor housekeeping should never be taken lightly, as it leads to serious injuries and burns. The need of the hour is efficient planning and a thorough system check to ensure the workplace is clean and safe, and that all tools and equipment are properly labeled and returned to the storage area. We insist on keeping all access and routes clear and free from blockage with nothing out of place. Housekeeping. Keep workplace clean, clear and safe. Return tools to designated storage area. Segregate waste into appropriate waste streams. Tools, equipment and materials must be clearly identified and labeled. Liquid chemicals must have a secondary containment. Keep access and egress routes clear and free from blockage. We consistently take extra safety measures and insist on conducting regular task hazard analysis. In return, we expect staff participation in hazard identification through the positive and dangerous feedback system.
AlMansoori's greatest asset is you, the worker. And like safety, your health is also one of our top priorities. Our health monitoring management system provides programs to help you and your family maintain health and wellness. Several mandatory courses will be provided throughout your employment to arm you with the knowledge of how your body works and how to achieve optimal health through a healthy diet and lifestyle.
We ask them to actively participate in HSEQ meetings and toolbox talks. to immediately report all incidents, no matter how minor, to their line supervisor. Review standard operating procedures and task analysis before starting each and every job. AlMansoori has over the years developed several milestone recognition programs and training techniques that have earned us industry recognition and numerous safety awards. We strive to continuously exceed our customer expectations through our workforce by always providing exemplary service. We take pride in our responsibility towards the environment and protection of our natural resources. And we believe in preserving it for future generations, complying with international standards and local legislation wherever we operate.
AlMansoori's management strongly believes that all incidents are preventable and that it is possible to have an incident-free workplace. So together, let us ensure that each and everyone goes home safely and in good health to their families. Always AlMansoori.